So hello everyone, and welcome to our newest edition of our Sunday Symposium. We got some exciting things to share. We're going to show you our Uniqlo haul, as well as discuss probably one of our, or each have an experience that we consider as our worst experiences ever at the theme parks.
Absolutely. This is definitely an interesting story. We're going to elaborate quite a bit on it, so I hope you enjoy it. It's got a lot of detail. So the first exciting news, we now are officially annual pass holders for Busch Gardens and SeaWorld. And what that means is we can finally start doing some vlogging there and riding some roller coasters. And I'm super excited about that. I know he is. And it is basically only 30 to 45 minutes away from the house, so it's easy to plan a quick trip there.
So we actually had passes for Busch Gardens back in 2016. We opted to not renew them for 2017, just because it tends to be, there's not a lot to do at that park. But since we haven't been in a while, I'm definitely excited to go back, as well as being able to go to SeaWorld on a regular basis. But we'll move into our next thing, which is our Uniqlo haul. And because this guy right here decided to make fun of me in our other video of me wearing my Mickey Mouse sweater, if you guys saw that.
His Christmas sweater.
It's not a Christmas sweater.
It's a Christmas sweater.
It's just an ugly Mickey Mouse sweater. So I did, I went online to Uniqlo and bought some apparel for both of us, some Disney related apparel, so he can actually start wearing it and be proud of it. So you want to show him the first thing that we got?
Alright, so, and there is a purpose to some of this stuff here, and to start us off here, this was the first thing we actually got, and this is actually, as you can see, little aliens there from Toy Story. Pretty cool little t-shirt.
I'm gonna make him wear that when we go see the new Toy Story land.
Hence the purpose there. So we're definitely gonna be sporting some Toy Story stuff as we go.
Maybe I'll wear my Mickey Mouse sweater.
There you go. I don't know if it's gonna be the weather for it, but maybe.
No, it's gonna be too hot. So that's the shirt I got him. This is the shirt I got me. It's of Mike Wazowski, as you can see.
Got the little angry one in the middle. And how much did we pay? How much did we pay for these shirts?
So these shirts were actually on sale. They were $5.90 each. So a great deal. They're actually very soft. The sizes are pretty good. So yeah. I'm very happy with these purchases.
Yeah, absolutely. So that's that for the t-shirts. On to the next thing.
I bought this hoodie for myself, which is got Mickey Mouse on it. I paid $19.90 for the hoodies.
Yes.
Very, very, I would say good quality. They're
absolutely. They're not that thin. You know, they're not that thin material. They're actually they feel like they've got that real heavy feel to them, like they're not going to rip on you or tear on you or fall apart.
We probably won't be wearing these for some time since it's starting to get warmer out, right. But I know that we wish we had these a couple months ago when it was cold. And then I did buy him a hoodie, which he's going to show you. It's one that I'm probably going to steal.
Absolutely.
I like it.
I don't think so. So here we go. So the next one is basically just your basic blue one, but as you can see, it's got a little vintage Mickey here up in the corner there. If you can, it's gonna focus in on that. So that's pretty cool. I really like that.
I like that Mickey too.
And on the back here, we've got a really big Mickey Mouse. So that was a pretty cool thing. I like it a lot. So this right here, like we said, a really good quality, and again,
great prices.
For under 20 bucks, you can't beat that. I mean, you're not going to find that in Disney for 20 bucks, and you're not going to find that quality at Disney for 20 bucks. So, it's definitely, in my opinion, it was a really good deal. We got a lot of stuff, and definitely check it out, guys. And for those who don't know how to spell it, how do you spell it?
It's Uniqlo. They actually have a store at Disney Springs. But again, I bought these online. You guys can go online. I think the sale's still going on. Some of the sizes and things are limited, but you can definitely go for, there's a ton of shirts and other hoodies, so go check it out, see if you can get some good deals.
Absolutely.
I know he's happy about the purchases, and typically he doesn't like to wear Disney apparel, but he was impressed. So if he's impressed, good quality stuff.
Yeah, so I am a little bit picky here. So, you know, I mean, so, you know, I'm going to go ahead and give it my stamp of approval. I like it. The quality's good, and I think the shirts are pretty neat. So, so that's that there.
All right, so we're going to jump into our main topic of this evening, which is going to be kind of what I would say is our 2 worst experiences actually happened to be at Disney World.
Yes.
We each have one to tell, so.
Right. And strangely enough, well, probably not surprising to you guys, they happened both at the Magic Kingdom. So I guess to start my bad experience off, we were boarding the train. Where was this train station again? This was
over in the Fantasyland station.
Yeah, the Fantasyland station. We were boarding the train. It was rather busy out, mind you.
I think it was raining too.
Yeah, it was raining. It was back and forth, kind of sunny and raining, and I mean it was still a hot day, but basically, you know, everyone was in line, and it was, you know, pretty shoulder to shoulder. Well, apparently there was a couple extra people that were up there ready to get on the train, and there were people that didn't get in line on time, and, you know, whatever, that's their fault. But anyways, they sit there and they knocked him out of the way, like literally pushed physically. Now, we're not talking about just a little excuse me, you know, polite. No, that he was pushing. Yeah. And then he pushed a handicapped person out of the way in a wheelchair. And also a guy and his family of like 3 little kids pushed them out of the way and then just made their way right up to the family. And the guy to the left of me with the family turned to me and he was like, "What was that all about?" So what I say is, I said, "I don't know. I guess some people just feel entitled." And then the woman, the wife up there, heard me and she said, "Oh, heck no." And then turned to her or something like that.
No, she said,
"Oh, heck no, some people are just trying to get with our families," or something.
No, you said, yeah, you did say, some people just feel entitled, and she was like, "No, some people are just trying to get up to their families."
Yeah, that's what I just said.
But yeah.
But anyways, so back to the story. So apparently, you know, it could have stopped there, but no, it didn't. She had to go and start something by going and telling the guy that just got done pushing everybody. So he pushes his way back through the crowd to come to me and go, "Excuse me, what did you just say to me?" And I repeated exactly what I said to him. And mind you, this guy was way bigger than me. Probably, I mean, twice the size I was. And I looked at him and I said exactly what I said. I said, "It looks like some people seem to be entitled." I mean, and then he basically was, after that, he was shocked that I said it, of course. He didn't think I was going to say anything. And I did. And then at that point, he basically took his 2 fingers and put them to my temple and went like that. His first thing, and I'm like, "What is this?" I said, "First off, get your hands off me, don't touch me again." I said, I mean, I got witnesses all around me. I said, you know, I mean, we're vloggers, we have cameras all over us, you know, and all that. I mean, this is obviously something I don't think we have even on camera, but, or at least anymore. But anyways, I wish we did, but it would have been interesting. But then after that, you know, he basically just kept trying to, you know, want to start stuff, and the lady in the background was yelling, "Oh, stop it! Don't hit him!" And I'm just like,
yeah, because he was basically coming up and threatening to get into a fight with him.
He told me he was like, "I'll kill." He's like, "I'll kill you." He was like, "I'll beat." He said, "I'll beat the," and I'll expletive deleted. out of you, basically. He said that to me, so you know, that wasn't a very good experience. But you know, all these kids are around watching this behavior from a grown man, and many children, and that's just not how you behave at Disney. And you know, it's not something that you do, you know, in front of, you know, families. You know, there's
it's
people.
not even that. I mean, you know, I understand when people don't get in line together, because maybe a couple of the people in the party have to go to the bathroom,
Right.
and, you know, they have to meet up, you know, with their family who's already in line. I mean, I know you typically hate that, and you are very outspoken when people do that, and I know a lot of people are the same way.
It's annoying, it really is.
I mean, I'm patient, but I do remember that, because when we were in the line, I was in front of him, the person actually shoved me with their arm, and typically people don't do that. They usually say, excuse me, and I'll let them by, but that guy really did just go up and was like pushing people out of the way.
I mean, into the part where it could have been considered, you know, I mean, to be honest, technically the guy assaulted me. He put his hands on me, you know, he went, you know, like this pretty hard to my temple and stuff like that. I mean, I was sitting there like trying to cry. It's not like the guy hurt me or anything. And
But I mean,
to be honest,
this guy stood up for everybody that was standing there, because everyone else was appalled at what was going on, and then they didn't really say anything. You know, they kind of muttered. That's why it kind of set him off, because the people behind us kind of asked, what was that all about? But it
I
was
mean, I do have a big mouth, and you know, maybe one day it'll get my butt beat. I don't know, but you know what? I am gonna say something. I don't care how big you are or anything. It doesn't give you the right to treat people that way, in my opinion.
I mean, it was so pointless for them to push all the way past us, and he doesn't even like really insult them that much. He just made a comment about it, and then he decided to come all the way back to the line, so it just defeated the whole purpose of what he was trying to do. But I do remember at the end, one of the workers there at the train station, the cast members, actually witnessed it all. He didn't really step in until after it was over.
This is our victory, by the way.
But he pulled us aside and he was like, yeah, I saw what happened. And he pulled us over into the other waiting area, and he was like, well, I'm going to make sure you guys, you know, get on the train. We did see that.
So we actually, not to mention, we actually got on the train before that other guy. And the cast member made sure that they were witness to that, because they were ready to get on the train. We actually got on the front row of the train right behind that, and they sat us first before they sat anyone else.
I think they wanted to separate them too. So.
Yeah, that too. That was they wanted us on a different train, which I don't blame them. But yeah, I don't know. I didn't want to really be on the train with that guy anyway.
Alright, so my worst experience happened on the July 4th. I think it was back in 2016. It was our first time ever going on July 4th. I can tell you, I was probably in a cranky mood that day. When we went to see the fireworks, we were, you know, shoved all the way around the park.
Yeah.
We were trying to get to Main Street to view the fireworks. And then they had us going this long route, and finally I stopped and they kept asking, you know, is this taking us to Main Street? And they're like, yeah. And then we're still not getting to Main Street. Asked somebody else, they said, no, you need to go back around. So I was irritated by that. So by the time we walked back around, they said Main Street was full, so we were stuck in that area in the back where between Main Street and Tomorrowland.
Right.
So there was no view of the castle for the fireworks, so I was kind of disappointed at that.
Yeah.
I actually went to go buy a drink because I was so thirsty. I waited in this long line, and I get up there and they said, oh, well, we don't take card, we're only taking cash. And that's all I carry is my card.
That's all that anyone carries.
So I was kind of mad about that, and I said, well, why didn't you guys say that, you know, as people were getting in line? Why I have to wait in this whole line? So that just kind of set me up for a bad mood. So, but anyhow, after the fireworks were over, we decided to leave the park with everybody else. So if you can imagine what the crowds are like, you're basically shoulder to shoulder, barely moving.
I would say it was probably one of the busiest times there. It was the top 5 busiest times we've ever been there. I mean, it was more than shoulder to shoulder. It was uncomfortable. Like, it was bad.
I mean, I remember right when everyone was leaving, we were trying to get out of there. We were behind a woman who was pushing a stroller. She was not moving. She was stopping, and she was just playing on her cell phone. And I remember some other lady that she was with, because we were behind her, some other lady came up to us, started yelling at us and saying, "Guy, she's got a stroller," like we were pushing her or something.
Right, which nobody was. I mean, and to mention, you wouldn't be able to see it if you wanted to because it was so packed. Like, you know, a stroller's down here. I mean, I guess you could see it a little bit, but if anything, honestly, it was so packed. Like, you know, she was pushing the stroller under people and stuff, so it was like...
No, she wasn't even moving. That was the thing, is she kept stopping in front of us.
Yeah.
And, I mean, maybe it's just because I'm Asian and I sometimes look angry. I was kind of annoyed, but no, I wasn't trying to push around this woman, and this other lady that was with her was kind of accusing us of that. Probably kind of fueled my irritability a little bit more at that point, but I didn't say anything, just kind of ignored it and went on. But again, as we were walking out, I'm next to a woman who's got another little stroller that she's pushing, and I'm telling you, when we were walking, we're basically we're just shuffling our feet. We're not...
It's like a little baby step type little thing. You can't, it's like inch by inch.
And then you have everyone behind you like walking, so you're just doing that and you really can't stop or move anywhere. But anyhow, the lady next to me at some point veers with her stroller in front of me. And, you know, I saw that and my foot went right in between the wheels and I stopped immediately. But then she takes her arm and basically shoves me and says, "Be careful, my kid is there."
In the wheel.
So I was kind of taken aback by that, and I didn't say anything at first, again, because I don't like confrontation like he does. He's quick to say stuff. But I think, you know, we started walking a little bit more, and then you actually did say something, not at her, but you just said something. You remember what you said?
I don't remember. What did I say?
You were like, I think you said something about maybe you shouldn't be taking your kids in a stroller or something on the busiest day.
Right. Or maybe you should have I think I said something about maybe you should have planned better for the most, you know, one of the busiest days of the year in the park.
Yeah, all I know is you said something.
Something to that extent.
Probably in my defense, which actually did set me off, and then I kind of responded back to him. I says, "Well, if this woman ever touches me again, I'm going to basically punch her in the face." Now, I'm not a violent person. I do regret saying that, but it was just all the irritability and the fact that she actually, you know, almost assaulted me over something I didn't even do.
She did assault you. That's the thing. She pushed you.
Yeah.
That's the thing. And then she's like, you know, shocked that you said what you said, and then she's like something. What did she say? Like,
she said, "I want to see you." She's like, "I want to see you try."
And you were like, "If you do it again, I'm gonna."
And her husband was standing right behind her, walking right behind her. He's twice my size. I'm a little guy, and he didn't say a word.
I'm pretty sure he knew that she was in the wrong, or he was just what a big wimp to stand up for his wife. I don't know.
But yeah, it is something that I regret, because I don't usually get that way or act that way. I can't believe that I actually did that, because like I said, I'm usually good in crowds. They don't bug me. I am usually very patient when it comes to, you know, being shoulder to shoulder. But I don't know what it was that day that made me speak out. But that was probably my worst experience, because I've never had any feelings like that towards anybody.
Right. Yeah, no, and that's just funny. She's like, "I'd like to see you try," and you're like, "I'm good." I said, you were like, "You do it again, I'm gonna." And then she didnn't say anything after that. She was just real.
Well, no, she kept like nudging me, going, "You're touching me, you're touching me."
She was trying to egg him on at that point. Like, she was basically thinking her husband was gonna do something, which that wouldn't probably been the case, I don't think.
Or somehow she thought I was in the wrong. I don't know. I mean, was I in the wrong? I have no idea. But
don't know.
I know you've probably never seen me really speak out like that or do anything, so
No.
it takes a lot.
To be honest with you, I mean, I don't like crowds, but to be honest with you, I don't say much to as far as to either to where I mean, I might say something, but it's not to where they could hear it or anything. But like as far as my experience went, it was like when it just pushed me over the edge when I saw that guy push that handicapped person out of the way. I was mad. Like, that made me mad. And then also push this family out of the way. You know, nice, middle-aged couple. Probably they got to be in their mid-40s, maybe early or mid to late 40s. And they had a family, and there were other families there too, and they were doing this to they were bullying, and then
I remember that because, well, what was happening was that guy in the wheelchair was kind of holding the line up because they were actually making him get out of the wheelchair.
Right, and then they were getting impatient.
And you actually, when the guy came back to confront you, you actually confronted him about, the guy in the wheelchair, and his response was like, well, he was not in the wheelchair at the time, which was like, it was so stupid. Idiotic.
The guy saw the guy in the wheelchair. He knew it. He pushed him out of the way. So how do you not see someone you physically move? Is my thing, and that's just what set me off. But yeah, I mean, as we're talking about this, like, we're remembering little other details that happened, but those were we talked about it, and we're like, well, really, what do we want to talk about tonight? Our 2 worst experiences in the park. Because we don't have many, because we love Disney, so we don't have many.
No, cast members are usually great. There's people that sometimes can annoy everybody, but I mean, it's never really anything that pushes us over and makes us act that way. I mean, even when people ram strollers into the back of my heels, I don't usually get mad about it. It's like expected for me, but
it happens. I mean, especially tourists. They don't really know how. A lot of tourists really don't know how to behave in the parks. I'll be honest. I mean, I'm not trying to say anything bad about you. I mean, if you're a tourist watching this, it's just I guess.
Well, everyone's kind of caught up in their own little world. So.
I get it.
And it's like when I'm there, I'm caught up in my own world. But
yeah,
it was just more the fact that this woman accused me of doing something that I didn't do, and there's like no physically way of me like. It's not like I was pushing through the crowd. I was just walking at everybody's pace. Everybody's behind me is coming at the same pace, and I actually managed to stop. So,
right.
But those are our worst experiences. If you guys have any, let us know in the comments below of what your worst experience is at Disney, whether it be a cast member, it could have been, other people visiting the parks.
Yeah, I'm interested to hear this. What is your worst experience? And don't hold back. If you have something bad to share, I want to know, because I like reading stuff. I mean, I want to read some stories from you guys. So, but yeah, thank you very much for watching today. It's been our Sunday Symposium.
Yep. So please subscribe. We definitely enjoy bringing you this content on Sundays, and also going into the parks and vlogging. So, we definitely meeting some new people commenting on our videos. We love it. So thank you for watching. Thank you for all our people that are already subscribed. Any last words for you?
No, sir. And until next time, guys, thanks for watching.